Does your team know what you truly stand for as a leader? Hi, I'm Shailesh Kantak, founder and CEO of Flexi Ventures, an HR consulting company helping business build better leaders and teams. One of the most critical factors that defines your leadership is the values you uphold. But having values isn't enough. What matters most is how you live those values every single day. In today's video, we are going to explore how your personal values shape your leadership style and, more importantly, how to practice them in your daily leadership decisions and interactions. Many leaders struggle with inconsistency where their actions don't align with their words. This lack of alignment confuses teams, erodes trust, and can lead to disengagement. If your team isn't clear about your leadership values, or worse, sees you not living by them, they'll be less likely to follow your lead or be inspired by your vision. Leadership values are the core principles that guide how you lead, make decisions, and interact with your team. These values influence everything from the way you handle crisis to how you recognize achievements. In other words, they are the moral compass that drives your leadership style. Without clear values, leaders risk becoming reactive, inconsistent, and disconnected from the needs of their team and the organization. When your values as a leader are clear, you create a strong foundation for trust, accountability, and motivation within your team. Your values set the tone for the entire organization. They influence the culture, how employees treat one another, and the kind of behavior that is rewarded. Leaders who consistently live their values foster loyalty, respect, and stronger collaboration within their teams. On the flip side, when there is a disconnect between a leader's stated values and their actions, it can lead to confusion and frustration. For example, if you claim to value transparency but keep information from your team, you send mixed signals that can damage trust and morale. That's why it's essential not only to define your leadership values but to actively demonstrate them in everything you do. Values like integrity, empathy, accountability, and innovation aren't just buzzwords. They are essential traits that shape how effective you are as a leader. The most successful leaders are those who embody their values consistently, making decisions that reflect these principles even when it's challenging. Now, let's talk about how to define your personal leadership values and, more importantly, how to live them every day in your leadership role. And here are 5 actionable steps to help you lead by your values. Number 1, identify your core values. The first step in leading by your values is to clearly define what those values are. Reflect on what truly matters to you as a leader. Ask yourself questions like, what do I want to be known for as a leader? What kind of culture do I want to create within my team? What behaviors do I expect from myself and others? Some common leadership values include integrity, accountability, empathy, transparency, and innovation. However, it's important that these values resonate personally with you. Don't just adopt values because they sound good. Choose those that genuinely reflect who you are and how you want to lead. Number 2, align your actions with your values. Once you've defined your values, it's time to align your actions with them. This means making sure your day-to-day decisions and behaviors consistently reflect your values. For example, if integrity is one of your values, always be honest and transparent even in difficult situations. If you value empathy, make an effort to understand your team's perspectives and listen to their concerns before you make decisions. To live your values, you must be intentional about your behavior. It's easy to act in line with your values when things are going well, but the real test comes during challenging situations. When faced with tough decisions, reflect on your values and ask yourself, does this choice align with my core beliefs? Number 3, communicate your values to your team. Your team needs to understand what you stand for as a leader. Make your values explicit by discussing them openly. For example, you can share your leadership philosophy during team meetings or even incorporate your values into company communications. When your team knows your values, they have a clear understanding of your expectations and they are more likely to mirror those values in their own work. But communication doesn't end with talking about your values. You need to show them through your actions. Your team will be watching to see if you walk the talk. If you value accountability, demonstrate it by taking responsibility for mistakes and follow through on commitments. Number 4, build a culture around your values. Leadership values shouldn't just guide you, they should guide your entire organization. Once you have defined your leadership values and communicated them to your team, work on embedding these values into your company culture. And here's how. Recognition and rewards. Celebrate behaviors that align with your values. If someone on your team demonstrates empathy or goes the extra mile in terms of accountability, recognize their efforts. Hiring. During recruitment, assess candidates based on whether their values align with your company's core values. This ensures new hires will integrate smoothly into your team's culture. Policies and processes. Create policies that reflect your leadership values. For example, if transparency is a core value, establish clear communication channels and an open door policy. Building a culture around your values takes time and consistency. But when your team operates by a shared set of values, it fosters unity, increases motivation, and reduces conflict. And number 5, practice self-reflection and continuous improvement. Living your values isn't a one-time effort. It requires ongoing self-reflection. Regularly take time to reflect on how well your actions align with your values. Ask yourself, did my recent decisions reflect my core value? How can I improve in living my values more consistently? What feedback have I received from my team about my leadership? Don't be afraid to seek feedback from your team or a mentor to ensure you're staying true to your values. Leadership is a continuous journey of growth, and even the best leaders have room for improvement. Regular self-reflection will help you stay on track and ensure you're leading with authenticity. Your leadership values are your foundation. By clearly defining and living your values every day, you will build trust, inspire your team, and create a lasting impact. Remember, leadership isn't about perfection. It's about being consistent and authentic in how you lead and make decisions. Did you find this useful? Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more insights on leadership and personal growth. This is Shailesh Kantak signing off, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.